All right, good morning guys, good morning everyone. Welcome back to Scott Traders Hub. I believe you are having a great time. Yes, as usual, you know the drill. It's time for the analysis, and we are going to be looking at how yesterday went, and of course how today, what we are anticipating in the market today. So as usual, you know the drill. We start with a prayer and then get into it. So let's pray and get started. Father, we thank you for this morning. Thank you for the beautiful morning. Thank you that we are back here on this channel to analyze and to get good insights that we can take advantage of, in as much as we're looking for money today, as we are ready to make this money today. We give you praise for yesterday's profits. Thank you that we made money yesterday, and we know that even today we are going to make even much more than yesterday. We give you praise. We love you. Those that are looking at recovering whatsoever losses they made yesterday, we know that still you are the God that recovers all. So we are ready for even the recovery. We give you praise. We love you. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we start with Crash 500 as usual. So let's begin. So Crash 500 yesterday, looking at it yesterday, all right, this is Crash 500, and that's how it went yesterday. So it didn't do much. It still has a low momentum. As you clearly see, price is we are still consolidating. It's still in a consolidation zone, and there's nothing we can do to change that until it moves out of consolidation zone. So the fact that we are on H1 tells you that there's nothing much that we can do. So we rather leave it alone. I rather leave it alone right now where it is. But clearly you know that we were looking at something like that, price to get there and probably break it and then come tests that. So the fact that it didn't break that and it's still playing within here tells us that we can only wait for the breakout here and then pull back. So now I can push this one right about here. This we know it has to come. We know that it's what we want price to do for us. That's what we are anticipating. But then before it gets up there, this is what is going to change. So I want to delete these there, and then what we have here, this order block right here, which is now a resistance level according to H1. All we need is a breakout and then a retest to it now, because we can't afford now to do what, to look at coming back again down below. So this is what we can anticipate. So if we see something like this, then we know that we can only enter the buys when price reacts to that after breaking this resistance level. So if I can go to M15, you clearly see what we are talking about. So this is still going down. Right here down below, we have another range where price is reacting, where price is expected to be coming back to before we start buys again. So this is something like that. So till then, we have no business with this asset. So it went like that, reached that level. Now it's looking at coming back down again to that very level. Yes, so we can look into it right now. All right, so I think that's enough on Crash 500. Now we can head over to Boom 1000. I hope my sound is clear. I hope my sound is clear for everyone. So Boom 1000. Boom 1000. What happened? So yesterday's Boom 1000 actually it happened just like we anticipated. Fake breakout up there to reach that level and sales to begin. Yeah, but I didn't enter. I didn't make any entries. This was supposed to be my entry there. Not even waiting for a pullback. That was supposed to be our entry right about there when price broke that. But still, when it gave you this double top there, that would have been another confirmation, because we are all right. Apologies about that. Power had just gone out. Currently I'm running on the battery of the laptop, so apologies to that. I hope we'll be able to finish the analysis today. So let's now rush into this and conclude it. Boom 1000, just like I was saying, looking at the daily time frame, we have reached a retracement level on CCI, meaning sales are now in full swing. So all we need now, prices to come here or come all the way back to this level right there. Those are our levels of retracement, according to daily time frame. Come all the way right there. So these are our levels of retracement. So if I look at daily, if I go back to H4, this is where we have our breakup block or our break of structure. So all we need is price to give us now a confirmation of entry. Right where we are currently, price is reacting there because of that kind of price rejection. It's actually, I think, right here. So price reacted to this, went into buys. So now price is reacting to this, but it's likely to come to this. So for it, I would remove this and keep with this currently, and then wait and see if price is going to give me this kind of a pullback from here, and probably I get to join in the sales again today to push me down below. So this is what I'm going to be anticipating today. So according to H1 we need sales, according to H4 we need sales, and then according to M15 I'm anticipating a pullback for this kind of a buy later to confirm the H1 and H4 kind of entry, and then we get into sales. Full swing. So this would be my anticipation, probably around that order block, price to come back to that order block, and once it comes to it, probably that's where we will be entering our time hour. We will be entering our positions for sales, and probably if you have a big account, you can even enter a 3+ entries or 3+ positions to go for this kind of a sell that we'll be waiting for. So for now, you can wait for the buys, confirmation of the buys on M15, and then you enter that kind of a buy to push up. It can start from here, but also since we have a break of structure, it can first look for this move right down here. It can first look for this kind of a move. So you need to know that so that you don't mess up when price comes here. So just have it. This is an order block, but then down below we have a support level. Price can first touch that support level before it gives us this kind of a buy according to M15. Enough of boom 1000. Let's now go to boom 500. So boom 500, we wanted this retest yesterday. We didn't get it. With the one we got, it was this short one. This was a short retest of which I never saw it. I think I was focusing on it, but then I was waiting for it to reach there. It did not. It later reversed immediately. Let me see why it reversed immediately. Is it according to what? M15, M30. I think it was according to M30, and I don't normally trade M30 time frame. Yeah, so price reacted to that order block on M30. So yeah, I don't normally use M30 to analyze. That's my bad. So I couldn't see that. That's how I missed that the sale came in through to reach this level, and I think the target was hit from what we see. I don't think we are going to see more than that. Oh, I think it's still there actually. I think the sale is still there. There's a fair value gap down below here according to H4. It was mitigated, but not that much. So price is likely to come again with a sell to reach here, to reach at least this fair value gap to mitigate it. But then before we can conclude with that, I want to first delete these. Delete that can remain. This can go. Go to daily time frame. What are we looking at daily time frame? A pullback. Okay, buys. We are looking at a pullback on buys before we can continue with sales. So if I go to H4, I see that I still need more sells. Then H1 is buys, M15 sells. Now I know that I need to look for sells. So all I need is price to get some rejection on that level. On that level or on this level up here according to M15. All I need is price to get some rejection from such levels. Then we come in with our sells because we know according to H4 we need price to continue and reach 50% of this fair value gap. Right about there. That is what we need. So as price reaches that, then we are good for the buys to come in. And the buys will be coming in from right there to reach there. All right, I think that's it for boom 1000. We know we are coming in with sales. Yeah, we are coming in with sales, and these sales are going to be according to M15 and H1. Yeah, so we need a confirmation right here, so we can wait for the confirmation on M5, reversal signal on M5. Then we can come in with this kind of a sell. Where is it? You can come in with that kind of a sell. That's what we want. So till then, we have no business with that, with this asset, until we have a reversal signal on M15. All right, enough of boom 1000. Boom 500. Let's now head over to Volatility 25S. The the volatility, we made a lot of money. Those who were with us yesterday, those who remember the entry I first made on live when we were analyzing, this was our first entry there, which I told you it was a bit quick. I rushed into it, but later, of course, I closed it once it got into profits. Then it gave us this kind of a move later, and I made another profit because I told you when it makes a pullback here, it's not going to go back all the way down. So I quickly told you guys to make entry, those who are on VIP signals, and we entered those buys. Yeah, but of course it kept on playing around. I guess some of you of course took your profits right here, but I held up some to hit the target, which was that level right there, because the analysis was to reach there and then we start to sell. So once it reached that resistance level, it started to sell. So now I can take out that, delete everything right here, because they have already served us. We don't need them anymore. So delete everything right here, everything, and leave this only. So now for this one, we are already seeing this break of structure, this change of character right about there. Yeah, so this is on what? This is on H1. So we know this pullback is going to confirm our sell entries, because it will be confirming the change of character right on H1. Let's go to H4. H4, it tells us that the buys are still on. The buys are still on. So this we may not see it actually. This one right here, we may not see it. Yeah, we may not see it. But I want to go to daily time frame. I see daily time frame says we need sells, and when it touches there, it is sort of confirming the change of character on the daily time frame. That's where it gets tricky. On M15, I still need sells. So this tells me that for now, we are going to go with H1's trend, which is we're going to get up here, confirm the sell signal, and then we come in with our sells. According to H1. Now, if price breaks this level and goes above our 10 MA on H1, please don't make an entry. Because we have already seen on H4 we're supposed to be continuing with buys, but it's a bit tricky when you look at daily, because that was a confirmation of that change of character on the daily time frame, meaning sales according to daily should be coming in, not buys according to H4. So we have to wait for the next H4 candle to start, which is starting in about 5 minutes, and then we can see what will happen. But for now, I leave that as my anticipation to see if it will actually be respected. V75. So congrats to everyone that made money on V25S yesterday. We made a lot of money on that asset. So V75, we needed that, and actually it happened. But just like all the assets, most of the assets, not all the assets, we were seeing low liquidity or low momentum. So price was in that kind of a structure, consolidating until it reached the level we had. Yeah, those who remember when we were analyzing, I told you we had a fair value gap here, but also an order block. But when these are very near each other, I don't normally leave this on, so I delete it most of the time. So it came to this order block, the fair value gap, and clearly you can see price reacted to that one. It reacted to that fair value gap. So after reacting to it, immediately we started to see buys. Yeah, and that was today morning, I believe. Let's see, yeah, that was today morning around midnight, no, around 3 p.m. 3 a.m. I mean 1 2 3, yes, at 3 a.m. the buys started right there. And how could we have entered this? Let's see. Now this confirms that all right, so according to H1, this is our first change of character right about there. That is our change of character right there, according to H1. So now that we have our change of character, then we know low, high, low. Yeah, so now it has just touched it again. I need to go to H4. I see what is happening. So first delete this, go to H1, actually M15, delete everything right here, delete everything right there. This also delete. We should have entered to make this Kamani, but we missed that. So M15 is overbought, H1 is not yet, so we are still going for the buys. So it tells us we are still going for the buys. And H4, we also have a change of character. Yeah, so that tells us we are still going ahead with the buys, probably all the way to that order block on the buy end. So since we know that, then this one right here is going to just give us a fake pullback to later give us the buy continuation. So how is it going to be? Let's look at our Fibonacci retracement. This is going to be just a retracement. Let's use that as our high. This as our low. So that will tell us the price is likely to come around this area here. Does it match with anything? Let's go to M30. Yes, there's a fair value gap on M30. How about H1? Same thing, fair value gap on H1. So price is going to come there, and then we come in with buys again. Why? Because I don't see any valid order block that it can come back to, unless it goes to M30 probably, and even H1. Yeah, even H1, this would be an H1 OB right here, an H1 valid OB for price to make a pullback. So now that we know that, we can delete our fib and then have our anticipation cleared. So our anticipation will be like this, and this would be our kind of anticipation right about there and right in here to get us all the way up there. So this is what I can anticipate according to M15. According to M15, because M15 is what is looking for this kind of a pullback. Then we can enter the buys according to H1 and H4 to push us all the way back into buys. All right, that's it for V75. Let's now head over to J50, and then we look at it also. J50. All right, so J50, what happened to J50? Okay, we wanted that kind of a move. It happened, but it happened when? Yesterday. So we needed it to first come here. It did not. It actually didn't reach all the way down here, so this never happened. It started to reverse immediately, and yes, it did not reach the other level, but it came to that kind of order block, that last order block on H4. It came back to this OB right here. That's why it came back to. So now we can delete everything right there. Delete that, delete that. So price is still above our 10 MA according to H4. Daily time frame is above our 10 MA and looking for buys, actually continuation of buys. Now since we had a break of structure right here, that was a break of structure, that was another break of structure, the price has reacted all the way back here. This clearly tells us that price can easily, since it is below, since it is above our 10 MA, price is likely to continue with buys, not sells, not coming in for this kind of a pullback. Yeah. Why am I saying that? It's because price is above our 10 MA and the momentum according to daily time frame is still strong for buys. It's still strong for buys. So all we can do is look at H1. H1 is asking for buys. How about M15? M15 is asking for sells. Same as MH4. So if M15 is asking for sells, was this a break of structure? Not that much. So what are we seeing? All right, so we're going to see sort of a channel. It's gonna be sort of like a channel, and we will wait for that kind of a channel to reach a certain level, of which that level can easily be this level right here. This is on M15. Can easily be this one right here, and then we get back into buys. So for now, this is going to be a no-go for me. It's going to be a no-go for me, for real. I can't trade this because the buy momentum is still strong. So until then, I have no business with this asset. I surely don't have business with this asset. So I will wait because a new H4 has just started. So I have to wait and see what is happening. But we are likely to sell from here according to what I see on M15, M5. Actually, M5 is still strong for buys. M5 is still strong for buys. So we need to wait for M5 to finish, and then we can come in with sales according to M15. So for now, we wait. But we are likely to sell it coming down here because it's going to be in a channel. So it's likely to be playing with us like that until probably it reaches all the way down here, and then we can come in with the buys. Yeah. So for now, we wait. J25. So J25, it happened like I told you. So it reached that level, gave us a fake breakout, and then sales began. That is on the H1. So let's first delete these. Delete that. Oh, that one actually happened, so delete that. So come to H4. Yeah, so yeah, the target was hit properly like we had already anticipated. This was a target right there, so you can see it was hit, and then sales began, and that's why we are even overbought according to H4. according to H4, we are overbought. But the sales are not yet confirmed on H4. Neither are they confirmed on M15. So it means the M15 today is going to be giving us buys. So we're going to be looking for this kind of a buy. But it's going to be in a way that it's going to be slow. Low momentum is already anticipated. So we have low momentum already. So it's going to be very slow. It's going to be very slow. But yeah, something I've seen. Let me use actually M15 and see if it is actually something that we can work with right about there. Yeah, right about there. Let's see, is it going to make sense? Is it going to make sense? No, let's use this one right here. Then you use that one right there. So we have that. Then we have these lows right here. We have those lows right there. So clearly this clearly tells us that price is going to actually give us a continuation of this kind of a move right about there. It's going to be what we will see later, which will be taking us all the way up there. Fake breakout there to take the stop losses of the early sellers right there, and then we come in with sales strongly. So are we ready for the buys to break out? I don't think we are. Price can easily come for this OB right here, right there. So probably we may see this. Probably we may see this right about there. So let's see, are we ready for the sale on M15? No. M5, not yet. Still in a buy. So let's wait. Probably we are breaking out now to go with the buy. Yeah, probably we are breaking out right now. So we are likely to come in with buys where we are. From what I've seen, we are likely to come in with buys from where we are, and then we go all the way up there for that kind of a buy move to reach there, all the way there. So for now, this is a no-go for me. I wait for a breakout. I will wait for the breakout, but if price goes all the way down here, then I will be entering my buys from this angle. This angle, my stop loss will be a bit below here, All right, that is it on jump 25. We have about we have about less than 15 minutes before my laptop breaks out. Yeah, so let's go to J10. Now J10 is one of the L's assets that I left a pending order last night before I closed the charts, and I can only explain it on M15. So this is what we were waiting for yesterday. This was a fake breakout. I told you on the analysis. So I told you about this fake breakout, and then we start sales. So I missed that entry, sniper entry for the sales. But then when it came to when I was going to sleep, I saw this on M15. It was already starting to go back into buys. So I saw that order block, and I had to mark it and put my limit order there because I was not ready to keep waiting for it. So I had to put a limit order. So I put a limit order waiting for that entry, and immediately it came to it and it was activated, took me into buys. And clearly we have now a break of structure. We have a break of structure, as you clearly see. So now right now I'm in profits. I'm actually dragging my SL into profits. I'm trailing it. Now we can talk about today. So all this is no longer necessary because we used it yesterday. So take it out, take it down, take it down, take it down. What is this fair value gap? It was not respected, so we can take it down. We have a break of structure on H1 right about there. So in fact, I can pull my limit order, my stop loss to just about there, so that once it reacts to that, it takes me out. I go out with those profits right about there. Yeah, if I go to H4, yes, I have a break of structure, but then remember what we have here, all the way here. That is what, if you look at, let's use H1 and we scroll all the way this side, you will clearly see that order block right about there, that price has mitigated it. Price has come back to that OB. Price has come back to that OB. So it has touched it. So it means sales are going to begin. And now that we know sales are going to begin, all we need is a confirmation of sales, probably on M15. So come there, and that will be my perfect entry now for these sales. So if price reacts from this OB on M15 and goes up there, that will be a perfect entry for these sales. So for now, I'm holding my SL right here. Can I put it on 100? Yeah, I think I can put it on 100 right there. So if it tries to go below this, it will take me out automatically, and then probably it will go up, back up then. And then we can wait for the confirmation of this kind of a sell. Let's wait. Let's see on M5. Yeah, M5. Yeah, it may take me out. So anyways, all I need is a confirmation, price to go back there to give me an entry. If it doesn't go there, I don't have an entry to make this kind of a sell. So for now, it's a no-go for me until I see something like that, because I know I'm going to be selling this. So right now, I want to delete this. I don't know what it was. I think it was according to weekly. Yes, it was according to weekly. Now we can go back here. I now want to delete oh yes, that is a resistance level, resistance trend line. We can keep with it, but we can delete this now. So all right, I've been taken out. Yeah, I've been taken out. The new H4 has started with enough momentum. So yeah, this is where this H4 candle started, but it can become a wick and later go up there. Remember, this was a break of structure on H1, so don't be caught off guard. But for now, I have no business with it unless we made that money last night. All right, so if I was to use Fib and look at where this is likely to retrace from, this would be the level right about here. So it's likely to come all the way here and then go back up into the buys. Go back up into the buys. So we can have that right there. Right there, 50%. So that is one in the discount zone where we can anticipate price to come back to, and the buys come in to give us a confirmation of the sells right on that OB on M15. All right, so that's it for today. That's it for J10. Let's go for gold, and we call it a day. Let's go for gold. Do we have any more minutes? We have about 9 minutes. I don't know if we'll be able to do gold. Let's go for gold, and we call it a day. This is gold. So gold, we made money on gold yesterday. This is how we made it. Yeah, those who are on VIP, you know what we talked about. So this is where the trick was. First of all, I saw this to me was this here and this here, it was confirming an inverted heads and shoulders. So once I saw that and price had reacted here, I made an entry. It was a bit late entry, but I made about 4 pips from here to there, 4 pips, and I told you guys to close. Then when it gave us that point and came back again, gave us this point, I added another entry right here to take me there, and that's how it reversed all the way back. So it failed to break that again. That was a fake breakout, but then the sales began from there. And when I saw this, I knew exactly that it was coming right there, because that was a flag from there to here. That was a clear flag, and you can see when it reached there, it reacted, gave us a retest. This should have been another entry, but by then I was no longer in charts. I was caught up somewhere else. All right, so now we can delete everything right here. We can delete everything right there, and then we can look at today. So H1. So we have our change of character right about there on H1. Yeah, we have a change of character on H4, same thing. Yeah, but then we have left big chunk of fair value gap right about there, and that's what is going to bring a retest or a pullback before we can continue with sales. Remember our analysis. Those who missed previous episodes, you can go back to them. This was the daily fair value gap that we were looking at, price to react to, and then we come in with sales. And now it went through it and touched that order block right about there, that small candle on here, and that's when the sales began. So all we need now, yes, price is now below a 10 MA on daily time frame. It is below a 10 MA on H4. All we need now is a pullback to get us back into that fair value gap. Then we can come in with sales again, as just like we need, of course. So are we ready for the sales? Are we ready for this pullback? Let's go to H1. H1, yeah, according to where it is, we should be getting into a pullback according to H1, because it is reacting to that varied order block where this momentum started from. And looking at M15, yeah, we should be in a buy, but we need a signal. We need a reversal signal right here on M15. So if we get a reversal signal on M15 for the buy, for this pullback buy, then we will enter. But for now, I can't enter any buys because we are still in a downtrend. This is a break of structure. This is a break of structure on M15. So we can't afford to enter any buys until we have a reversal signal. And probably if we get it on M5, it will still be a good thing. But until then, don't look for any buys. We are still selling strongly until we get any reversal signal on M15. Let's stick to M15. You can't look for this kind of a pullback until you have a reversal on M15. I think that's it for today. Yeah, what am I going to be focusing on before the power breaks out? Before the laptop breaks out. Yeah, I'll be focusing on, let's see, this one. No, it still has a low momentum. Boom 1000. yeah, if price goes all the way back here, that will be a good entry for ourselves. Yeah, I can focus on this, I can wait for it. Yeah, boom, 500, we need sells, yeah, we still need sells, but until we get a reversal signal we can't, so we wait for that. V25, V25, if it goes back there, then we have our entries right there for the sells. Yeah, I can focus on this, V75. All right, the pullback is still not yet ready, so we have no business with it, so we can't focus on it now. All right, so this is what I was talking about. So I believe we have started that move to reach all the way back here. I told you it's going to be in the channel, and I believe that sell has begun. Yeah, that sell has begun. Looking at M5, that is a change of character right about there. You can enter now. Yeah, believe we can enter, or we can wait. Yeah, we may be a bit late, so let's wait for it. Yeah, that is on J50, J25, same thing. It's gonna come here or break out, so we wait. According to M5, I think I should be entering. Yeah, we should be entering according to M5. According to M5, we should be entering sells. We should be entering sells. According to M5, we should be entering sells. We can wait for the M15 candle to close. Yeah, J10, yeah, we need a pullback or from here to there. So currently it is selling, so I can't enter because of where it is. But if you're a scalper, of course you can enter, knowing that you get a small pullback on M5, and then you can enter for this left distance to reach here, to reach here. So that is it on J10. And then lastly, of course, it's called, this is so far the one I may not even focus on today, because it is still very unless it gives me a reversal signal on M15 for this kind of a pullback to reach this level, this fair value gap on H4. But until I see if I don't see any reversal signal on M15, then I can't enter that kind of a pullback. That means the sales will be continuing. Then we wish you guys a good day. Thanks for being part of this. My battery is getting done now. It's going to shut down any minute from now. Have a good day. Bye bye.